Everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today, because it is almost, or it may have just recently passed, I'm not sure exactly when it's going to go up. Point is, it is officially fall, or we're on fall's doorstep, whatever, okay? We're doing fall things, all right? And I know that I think many of us, the day that September starts, I think we start getting in the fall mood, but the first day of fall is September 22nd. So today I wanted to share with you some favorites, both old and new, that I go back to every time this time of year rolls around. So I got a little makeup. I do have a handful of skincare items as well. I want it to be a little bit more all-encompassing and, you know, just some things to get us in the fall mood. And of course, I wear anything, anytime. It's just when the mood strikes, but some things are fun to pull out during certain times of year. And the first of which is from Gressa. And if you know anything about me, and if you know anything about Gressa, you know me and the eye tints, we are like this. So I'm gonna link my video down below. I have shared every single shade with you. Quick point, this is packaging that they have changed. It used to be in the violet glass jars. They are going back to that packaging. So though this is gorgeous, the black one's a little bit more functional. So if you want to get this, you could get it at a discount and the product inside is the same. So I am speaking about the shade Plumm. Plumm is this beautiful metallic, plummy, rosy, reddish brown that you see on my eyelids here today. This is a surprisingly wearable shade, specifically when this time of year rolls around. It's just a really beautiful cranberry. It looks great on blue eyes, looks great on green eyes. This color actually looks good on everyone. It's got a very warm tone to it, but these have a really thin velvety texture, very easy to use, but for me it's that incredible shade. It's got a little bit of a metallic sheen to it. It's not overly dramatic. If you want something a little bit more subtle, you could really sheer it out and wear it even more subtly than I have it on today. It's just fall in a jar, and I really dig this product. Let's talk about some new items. New items. Guys, I can't get over these Rituel de Fille Color Nectar Pigment Balms. This shade here in Beesting is the most perfect fall blush. And why I say that is because it's a little bit richer in hue, so it's not like a baby pink or a peachy sort of shade of coral, which is often what I gravitate towards in the spring, summer. It's this very like, sort of you've been out in the snow for a little bit, kind of like just bitten, very warm pink tone. So it's very complementary to those two eye shades that I just shared with you. It goes on so beautifully. It's a cream formula, so as it starts to cool down, the skin can be a lot drier. Cream products sit really nicely on the skin. It wears beautifully. It's highly pigmented and easy to use. Not only that, it has multiple functions. It looks great on the eyes. It looks great on the lips. And I've also reviewed these at length as well, but I love this for a good fall cream blush option. I do have that on today as well. So good. Moving along to a more new favorite as well. This is just my favorite shade in this lipstick formula, but I just so happen to think it is also a great lipstick shade for fall, and that is the Air Perez Olive Oil Lipstick. This is in the shade Cocktail, and Cocktail is very similar to Beesting actually. It's much richer. It's got a little bit more red to it. And of course, it's not a sheer texture, though it is very nourishing, so it's easy to use. So I love that you could build it up. I like to put on another product that I'm talking about here, a lip balm underneath, and then just kind of dab it on. You could really build this up. Again, it works on a variety of skin tones because it's that perfect mid-tone sort of shade. It's got a little warmth to it, so it gives a lot of life to the lips as well. This is just the type of color that you could just throw in your purse. It's just one and done. Easy, you do not need to overly think about it. Goes with any single eye look, whether it be dramatic, whether it be subtle, you know, it's just a really good one. And again, in a nourishing formula. So you could see during this time of year, I'm like, what can I do to make sure that my skin is not being dried out? It's a little bit extra moisture, but it's not full on winter where I really have to doctor and babysit it. So I like lipstick formulas like that. So you can see I'm clearly into a certain kind of color here, and it's a warm pinky reddy brown, which that's just fall, am I right? The changing of the leaves, all that good stuff. Let's talk about some skincare favorites. So anytime the season changes, though I live in South Florida, the seasons haven't quite changed here yet, but I'm gearing up for it. I do kind of take these things into consideration, and a new item, I have a couple new items here and some old favorites as well. One that is really good to get in the habit of using is something like this, and this is the Josh Rosebrook Daily Acid Toner. And why this one is great, or Hanawa makes one very similar to this if you have that in your collection, or Evolve makes one very similar to this as well. They're essentially like Ayuna the facial, but on a much lesser scale. So it's not going to irritate the skin. That's something I definitely want to avoid when I'm already having the elements against me and irritating the skin. Gentle enough to use every day, but will help kind of slough off the dead skin cells, any sort of dryness that's sitting on top of the skin. I think nothing looks worse. I would rather have a face full of acne than like very, very miserably dry skin, because I just do not think makeup sits nicely on top of it. So like I said, gentle enough to use every day. You will notice it'll help with the congestion on the pores. It will overall make your makeup sit nicer, make your skin look nicer without it, as well as keep your skin less on the dry side, which I know is a big concern. So that is a really, really nice everyday step. Easy to use, pretty fuss-free, and it's Josh Rosebrook, so you know the ingredients are slamming. Best of the best. I love it. Moving along to makeup remover. So makeup remover is a really great way to get an extra hydrating step in your routine while performing the function of makeup removal. So, you know, makeup wipes can be incredibly stripping. If you just go in with cleanser, sometimes it doesn't get everything off, or it can sort of dry out the skin. Balms are where it's at, and this is leading into winter as well. But the balm that kind of has my heart right now is from Evolve, and this is a newer one to me. This is their Gentle Cleansing Milk, and this is really nice. I'm sorry, not milk. And this is great because it does work for any single skin type, but you do get the added benefit. Any sort of melts, balms, you can't help but it leaves a residue on the skin, even if they're water soluble, and that's in a very, very beneficial way. It's not heavy, it's not pore clogging at all, and not only that, they melt down the makeup just better than anything else. Yes, I love my One Love Organics. That's an incredible product as well. I haven't had that in my collection so long because I just have so many balms to go through. But this is one, again, at an incredible price point. Very, very fuss-free, and it has a sugar base, so it does dissolve in water as well. So you don't have to worry about going with the extra step with the hot muslin cloth to remove it off the skin. It's very, very easy, and like I said, a good step to introduce if you do need a little bit more hydration, which come this time of year, we often do. Just easy to use, melts off the makeup like a dream. If you're having issue getting mascara off, consider something like this. It will just dissolve. It makes it so easy. No waking up the next morning with like all that residue underneath your eyes. I cannot stand that. Next up, I had to mention a facial oil, and you guys know I love this one, but it's my favorite, so it's the one that I had to mention, and it's the Agent Nature Holy Oil. There's nothing like this. This works for every single season, but if you're usually like a moisturizer person, facial oils may be something to consider because they really deeply penetrate the skin. You can also mix them in with your moisturizer if you want to make an even more rich product if you're really suffering with dry skin. I know the season change can sometimes be shocking to the skin and then it kind of levels out. This oil is just fantastic because it has so many anti-aging properties. It sits beautifully underneath makeup, yet works wonderfully at night. Works for any single skin type you can imagine. Smells like rose, which is just my favorite scent in the whole wide world, and it's just damn good. If you want to know more about this, I just did a whole video on Agent Nature, kind of breaking down their product lineup, and that is a line in general I'm an enormous fan of. And last product, you know I could not leave you without a lip balm. I love lip balm year round. Come the summer, I'm usually a little bit more focused on sun protection, so I really like those Babo tinted lip balms. You know, have been a long time favorite of mine, but I had to mention none other than the 12 Beauty Hyalur Oil Lip Treatment. This is an intensive lip oil. What I love about it is sometimes lip oils feel like a dry oil is kind of how I describe it. So what that means is it's like it's sitting on top of the skin. And yes, it'll do something nice. It makes the skin feel soft and it makes the skin look shiny, but it's not really doing anything to the skin beneath. This penetrates the lips. It even looks good on top of things. If you want to add a gloss, it's easy. It has this roller ball applicator. It feels cushiony. It almost feels like a Fitglow lip color serum, which is incredible. And though it is on the pricier end, this stuff lasts forever. I use and abuse this thing and it is still going super, super strong. And like I said, it is an intensive treatment that you can use just in everyday life, before bed, whatever you want to do, you will notice a difference. I can promise you that. It's magical. Like, I wanted to resist. I'm like, no, Hurrah's good. Nope, Henne's great. This is incredible, worth every single penny from 12 Beauty. But that's it, everyone. Those are my favorites for fall. I might have to do this again as the season sort of progresses, as new products come out, of course. And I wanted to sort of keep it fresh, new items that have been introduced to me this year, as well as old favorites that I can just not keep my filthy paws off of because they're just that good. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns about any single item that I mentioned here, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment down below. While you're down there, if you would give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. I upload new videos here twice weekly. I don't want you guys to miss them. And as always, you can shop every single product that I mentioned in the description box down below. Direct links to the Integrity Botanicals website where you could buy all this stuff and freshen up the fall makeup wardrobe, if you will. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love and support. It means the world to me. Please let me know what your favorites for fall are down below. Anything that I just totally forgot about, very, very possible, but this is just what I've been reaching for right now. But I would love to hear from you, and thank you so much again, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.